With that said, though, we are going into round 4 of Swiss right here at the Trainer Shed in House of Ed. Once again, my name is Ian and I'll be bringing you commentary right here from Scape, where House of N is hosting several games at once, including Pokemon Tournament, Super Smash Bros., the Pokemon TCG, and Street Fighter. Do keep a lookout for events at Scape if you want to get involved with Singapore's local gaming communities, or if there's a community you want to get off the ground and running. You can hit up Scape and see if anything can blossom for them. But for now, we are going into round 4 between Avester and Martin. There's not much stakes for these guys, but these guys, they're cooking. Let them cook.
They're cooking.
As we mentioned, it's 3 weeks to the World Championship, and now there's very little time left for some players to find that secret sauce that they're going to bring in World. On Avesta's side, we are going to see the Koraidon, Grimmsnarl, FM, Rillaboom, King Gambit, and Raging Bolts. Koraidon paired with several Pokemon that can take pretty good advantage of the sun. While on the other side, we see Martin with a comparatively more balanced Cataract's Ice, Landorus Incarnate, Incineroar, Raging Bolt, Fluttermane, and Cornerstone Ogrebon. Cornerstone Ogrebon personally is always a sight to see because the more popular variants of Ogrebon, I think, in the upper echelons of, say, ladder and tournament play, is definitely going to be the half-plane annual spring Ogrebon. But Cornerstone Ogrebon can never really be counted out. The 100% accuracy, 100 base power, IV Cudgel, being one of the few perfectly accurate physical rock type moves in the game, with a high base power and a high crit chance, is nothing to stop at. Cornerstone Ogrebon is a great Pokemon, especially going into threats like Incineroar, Cataract's Ice. Rock just hits so much. It's a really great offensive type, and we'll see if that shows itself in this game. We do see the leads from both players here, especially Fluttermane and Landorus from Martin, and Grimmsnarl and Kidgambit from Avester. Double guard lead. We'll see boosted energy heals that can boost the speed. Right, so for both of these trainers, it's probably going to be their restricted sitting in the back of for both players. The one restricted format, we've never really had one restricted format before, so like having only one restricted on your team has really led regulation teams to become able to protect the TS format, where the presence of your restricted legendary on the field is going to swing the game in your favor. It is going to swing the game in your favor as well. As the third one of game 1 in round 4 starts, we do see an immediate terrestrialization coming up from the Avester. It's going to be Terra Flying for the Kidgambit. Historically, it's a very good defensive Terra Flying for this Pokemon that is otherwise fighting outside the moves. Fluttermane Speed Booster is going to protect itself from any potential sacrifices behind this. Grimmsnarl is going to light insulating itself from both special attackers. But the defense is saying that it is Landorus is substitute. Yeah, making room for the counter. He's going to hit the substitute break immediately. So the Fluttermane with no percent there, but I fully understand what I mean for that. You know, the Kidgambit is so threatening to get there. Protecting it is a very reasonable move. Landorus will try to go for a substitute, failed. Avester might want to think about the substitute going into future turns, maybe in future games, and even scouting out Martin's intention. Grimmsnarl trying to Thunder Wave, going to the Flooding, going to halve its speed, making it just a bit less threatening, but it's probably still going to outspeed 50 base speed Kidgambit. Landorus Sludge Bomb, going to the Kidgambit, takes it really long. Nice. Actually, going to lower Kidgambit's speed, but at the same time, triggering Defiance, so Kidgambit now have +2 attack. And hit from Kidgambit is going to super into the Landorus, taking it out. So the first KO is on Martin's side. Now, Grimmsnarl and Kidgambit, not really super fast Pokemon in their own right. Slow down even further by the IC win. You have to consider for a fact.
Yeah. Go down quickly. Calyrex eyes, right? Just able to fire the later next and next one of the target. Even without paralyzed, the other main is very likely that as the bottom field, I can start this direction.
Alright, we do see terrestrialization. It's gonna be the Terra normal? Normal! Calyrex. Very good. The full paralysis does come out from the Floodmane. We're start getting the set against the Calyrex as well. Countdown Cleave coming out from the Gambit, going to the Calyrex, and it just lost its Dark Weakness. Calyrex takes the first Countdown Cleave on the chin and sets up a Trick Room. So that's 4 more turns of Trick Room for Avester to navigate through. However, yeah, it is going to be slow perform in its own right, and after that -1 and +2 attack, it's potentially a pretty high. That's something that both players are going to have to contend with going into subsequent turns. Subsequent videos of the character attack. And then the Fountain also going into the Calyrex. So, these are the terms of players to the Fundament is with Paralyze for 1 more turn. Not being very good about the paralysis, but at the same time, Avester doesn't really go intention. Yeah. You can see that Funny go on non-prior moves. Intention is always just coming here. The King of it is slower in training from after the -1 compromise with, and it does pick up Calyrex with a second countdown lead. It is gone, and power play is going to be good, so that Floodmane is good. Floodmane, of course, especially offensive, especially oriented Pokemon, not going to take a lot of damage from power play, but it is full paralyzed for that third legendary. Incineroar is coming in, and Intimidate is going to bring King Gambit out to plus the attack instead. And now with 2 Pokemon left, Incineroar and it's definitely still a very passable position for both players. Floodmane, of course, poised to fight against the half-up style, but the full paralysis has really prevented Floodmane from doing as much as it wants to. It's almost getting right. Yeah. Riding a bit on the wall, so Martin does concede game 1, and Avester is up 1-0 in the round. It's a turn of events that could have gone very differently. Had Martin been able to execute 1 or 2 more moves, the game would have been very different. Charizard in the back, of course, not having the terrestrialization anymore at its disposal and being forced to Fairy is something that Avester is going to have to be very keenly aware of. While at the same time, the defiant from King Gambit that did so much work in 1. Expecting to see a bit more work about the Defiant in subsequent games. Alright, both players in the review. Let's see what the needs are. Are they going to keep the same needs, or are they going to switch it up a little? Alright, as we go into game 2, we see the leads. It's going to be Landorus and the Cornerstone Logomon from Martin. and the Floodamane and Koraidon. So two different things for both players it looks like. Well, no, previously it was the Landorus and to start the FF performance of the but it's gonna be ancient paradox Pokemon coming out from the lesser side, Koraidon and Floodamane, both benefiting from the sun that Koraidon has set up. We do see an immediate terrestrialization. It's gonna be on Martin's side, because Terra and Landorus into Terra Poison. Now terrestrializing into a very different is potentially going to be teams facing down. And Opon does go for cover. However, Landorus across the board. I still have does so much damage to the Opon. Half health Opon team. Alright, going for the plan is just going to the redirect and Opon Cornerstone is going to fall on turn 1. But that leaves Landorus to turn 4 once. And it's going to be a power going to Koraidon. It's going to do a huge amount of damage to Koraidon, but falls short of, taking out the KO. Better than Koraidon, very fast Pokemon, but that speed might not matter if either of these Pokemon are picked up by the easy form that just keep it. The thing drop is of course blocked on Koraidon by the presence of the Mirror. Very common item on Koraidon. Given how quintessential Incineroar is in this format, counters and checks to Incineroar are going to be just as prevalent. Koraidon, though, playing defensively for this turn, going to protect itself, doesn't want to take a fake down and a potential knockout here. Obviously, Avester trying to do his best to preserve his restricted legendary after it's already taken so much damage. The Victor does go to Koraidon, and his second ice wins. So Landorus' speed is effectively up at this point, but at the same time, Landorus is really over its hand. Is it going to be another power into Koraidon? It's going to be a substitute actually. So Landorus had a precariously low amount of health, but with that substitute up, it's also very defensively positioned. Koraidon no longer has a protect at its disposal unless Avester wants to try taking to hedge his bets on the double protect. But instead we are going to see the Landorus protecting behind the substitute. Can never have too many layers. The Floodamane goes for a third Icy Wind. It's gonna do a little bit more chip damage onto that Incineroar. And Incineroar is naturally kind of the slowest one on the field already anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But not being able to break the sub is huge. Collision cost from Koraidon going into the Incineroar. Koraidon never taking that attack drop in the first place does end the KO Incineroar with collision cost. You have to, of course, remember the collision cost actually does extra damage to its target if collision cost and do extra damage to their targets if their hit happens to be super effective. But I think both cases it doesn't really matter if it's a super attack, if it's a super effective attack from a behemoth like either Koraidon or Miraidon, that extra bit of damage from collision cost or electro drift isn't really going to matter all that. You can see the Calyrex Ice coming in from here. So Avester still having the fastest Pokemon on the field. Floodamane going for the Ice Wind. It's not going to do a lot of damage to the Calyrex. It might be enough to break the Landorus substitute, it might not. It does break the Landorus substitute. It's potential attack from the Koraidon. Koraidon does go for the collision cost. Is it going to go into the Calyrex? Is it going to go into the Calyrex? It goes into the Calyrex. But the Calyrex does take it very well. It's still over half health. Landorus has a free turn. Goes to the first wall, goes into the Floodamane instead. Critical hit. Kills the Floodamane in one hit. With the Shield Force, Life Ball, Poison, Terra boost. Yeah, that's probably going to do a lot of damage. Even on the hits, it's more stuff. More importantly though, Trick Room does come out from the Calyrex Ice Rider. And there's gonna be more turns left in Trick Room. The Koraidon is not gonna have a very fun time trying to navigate around, but the King Gambit is a completely different story. Now though, the Icy Winds, rather than being fired up from Martin to Avester, were fired from Avester to Martin. So, how strong is that Landorus after -2? That is the question. Sure, the question is, do we need to move these things right now as they decide on their things to do? thinking very carefully about everything. Just one misstep could seal the game for either player right here. The Leonardo does go for the protect, and so does the Coridon. So Cataract's Ice Rider and King Gambit are going for both this strategy. King Gambit goes for the idea, picks up the KO. Even if the King Gambit is just slower, it just happens to be perhaps it's a speed time, or perhaps the Cataract's is slightly faster, but the Iron Head does pick out a very important KO here. And under the rope, the King Gambit is just going to seal the game. There's no way that Landorus can attack without having to get through a sucker punch of King Gambit. So that's check and made for Avester.
Thanks, that was tough. That was tough. Yeah.
It does seem that both players taking the game in really good spirits, which is always nice to see.
I think because I met very hyper offense on the second game, right? At any point I wanted to switch out Flutter Main, but I realized that I have no good switch out for Flutter Main because Landorus is really powerful. And I had nothing to mitigate the damage. So I just had to go in there just I was trying to figure out whether I should quick.
Now
I know it, yeah. But back then it was very, very close. I couldn't tell whether it's 25% or not.
That's nice.
Do you guys okay, Martin, does your Calyrex Starch Bomb Lando always one shot Flutter?
Always. Yes, sheer force.
Without crit. Without crit. Sorry.
I think it should. And
I think it shouldn't
Bahitera.
Bahitera, yes.
Yeah.
I
That's the
like
worst.
sheer force.
Lightbox Sheer Force, yes.
I think can.
Because I used Lightbox Sheer Force to throw Lando also, but
I
I
did-
used Water Terra.
I had this in nationals, and I made sure mine definitely could. Yeah. I accounted for Terra. Because it's one of the most important damage, as in being able to one-shot Flutter Main. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah, and Earth Power, if you don't Terra, Earth Power should do like nearly, almost there, like and more than 3/4, yeah. More than 3/4
You're
you
using borders lah. Yes.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Because mine was 244.
Yeah. My King Gambit is brave, minus speed.
No lah.
I also didn't think that it will, because mine is not zero IB speed. Yeah, but like Hey, thanks.
Hey, no problem.
Right, and with the discussion over, we will be seeing you in round 5 of Swiss.
So
So take care.
Because it's on back.